most calls, and that's all fine. But the optics are what the optics are. That's an automatic call that they missed yesterday. It's just an automatic. You hit the knee, below the knee, the flag's got to come out, and there's no question about it. If that's Tom Brady, that's Peyton Manning, that's one of your top star players, that comes out. This is on top of the season opener where he took, 3 or 4 shots to the head, none of which were called. And, yes, sometimes he gets out of the pocket and acts like a runner. Yes, sometimes Cam Newton, more than other quarterbacks, runs a lot and takes more physical abuse because of the style of offense they played. That doesn't apply in most of these hits. In most of these hits, he's in the pocket. He's where a passer normally is and where the passer is supposed to be protected.
Yeah, what happens here, though, Jason? You know what I mean? What recourse is there? I mean, he can say it as much as he wants, but what happens?
Yep.
The same stuff that happens all the time. They shrug their shoulders and say, "We'll get it right next time."
Yeah.
And there's
but that's not acceptable.
Hopefully they actually do.
Yeah.
Because we got quarterbacks going down like flies this year.
That's true.
And you need quarterbacks, and all the players know this as much as they, guys who play other positions, and Tiki, you played another position, want to defend the importance of their position. We all know that quarterbacks are the most important players in this league. It's what drives everything, and so you got to protect these guys one
Jason,
way or the other.
I'm sorry, but what I wanted to ask you, because I think this could be pretty interesting, and we're talking to Jason Cole from Bleacher Report, who's with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. This has been, and there's no other way to position, this has been a very bad year for the NFL. You use the word optics. This goes back to Brady. There's no doubt this applies, whether it's the penalties, whether it's the stagnant, boring primetime games, decline in ratings. Every measurable ounce of evidence tells us the NFL has had a very bad season. What I want to hear from you, because I know you get a lot of comments, a lot of Twitter reactions, social media. You write an article, people leave comments, and I know you read them. What do you think the average NFL fan, how truly disenchanted are they with the product, and do you think it is possibly terminal, where there's no going back? Has the NFL maybe lost what it worked so hard to get?
No, I don't think it's terminal, because I think the game still possesses such an incredible, ability to be exciting. But you have this combination of factors, which I think are secondary. Look, I still think that this election has drawn so much interest that that's the overwhelming reason why people are not watching football, is that they're paying attention to this reality show election that we've got going on.
Even when there's not a debate, Jay? I mean, I've watched every debate, every one.
Yeah, I understand. But I think that, look, news networks are still way up in ratings on a day-by-day basis because people are following this election on a day-by-day basis. I mean, when you've got another FBI investigation. And I also think that this whole election has caused such a level of disenchantment on both sides. People are just angry, okay? Whether you're a Trump supporter or you're a Hillary supporter or wherever you are in this one, you're just angry, okay? And that anger goes over to the NFL, which then does other things to make you angrier, not soothing you, okay? Because you've got a boring game sometimes, particularly in prime time, with all sorts of flags. I mean, I did this morning. We're averaging over 7 penalties per team per game. That's 14 penalties a game. That's the second highest level in 20-something years. So we've got a slow game. We've got bad offensive line play. We've got quarterbacks getting hurt. We've got, there's a myriad of reasons, okay, that people are not satisfied with the game they're watching. And that's on top of the fact that they're not satisfied. They're not happy about general life that they're going through, because it's all on top of this really ugly election that we're going through. So everybody is just tuned out and to both life in general and the game. That would be my theory. I can't prove it. I have no other numbers other than ratings are down there and ratings are up for the news networks.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. A team that doesn't have to worry about ratings, I think, ever is the Dallas Cowboys. And obviously the conversation is about Dak and should Romo get his job back. But the real question to me is more about Ezekiel Elliott. And this investigation that the NFL is now put out there that Jerry Jones has admitted he's talked to the league about. What's going to happen with this? Because, I mean, obviously he was not prosecuted for the accusations that his ex-girlfriend put out on him. But what's going to happen here? Is he going to get suspended?
I don't know, because I don't know if there's a history with him or if this is an isolated incident, a one-time thing. And do they trust the girlfriend and what she's saying? Does she have proof that they're willing, of what happened that is more impressive than it was for, say, the Columbus Police Department? All right, and I'm not saying that it wasn't. The Columbus the Police Department obviously can be biased either for or against Ezekiel Elliott because he's an Ohio State player. Let's get beyond all of that. But does she possess evidence that makes her credible, that the league views as credible? And we'll see. All I know is they're taking their good, sweet time on this one. And the other part of this is, the NFL, anytime they get embarrassed with something, okay, and they were embarrassed by Josh Brown, humiliated by Josh Brown, they generally come back and fire back with something that makes it look like they're doing their job. So does Ezekiel Elliott become the example of the next person that they use to show, oh, no, we really do have our stuff together, and we really do investigate things thoroughly, and we really do take our time and get to the bottom of things? That's what I think Jerry Jones is very upset about. And he was upset 2 weeks ago at the NFL owners' meetings. I heard about it then, too, that he was yelling at Lisa Friel about the investigation of Elliott, and he was yelling. He was not talking over loud music because I was in that bar. There was not a lot of loud music in that bar.